We're going to continue graphing with 3 points. Something unique is happening with this problem right here. We actually have a fraction in front of our unknown variable. So if our x values are not given to us at the beginning, what we want to do is choose multiples of 3, or the denominator of our fraction. So in this case, we want to use x equals 3 and x equals 6. So always 0 is one of the nice points that we can almost always use. So we take negative 1 over 3 times 0 plus 2. So all I've done is replace x with 0. Well, anything times 0 is 0 plus 2, and nothing plus 2 gives me 2. So I've got the point 0, comma 2. So here's x equals 0. Now I go to y equals 2. So 1, 2, and I put a dot. Now I'm going to let x equal 3. And when I do that, negative 1 over 3 times 3, and remember, a whole number is a fraction over 1. And then I say plus 2. Well, 3 divided by 3 goes away, and negative 1 divided by positive 1 gives us negative 1 plus 2. And if you owe 1 and you have 2, when you pay your debt, you still have $1 left. So I have the point x equals 3, y equals 1. So over here I go to 1, 2, 3. That's x equals 3, and then up 1. And that gives me that point. Now I let x equals 6. When x equals 6, I get negative 1 over 3 times 6 over 1 plus 2. Well, 3 goes into 6 twice. So negative 1 times 2 gives me negative 2 plus 2. And if I owe 2 and I pay 2, I don't owe nothing anymore. So I go to x equals 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And y equals 0, so I don't go up or down. And I put a dot on the x-axis. And then, remember, you have to use a straight edge when you connect the points. Don't go too much past the dots. And remember, finish it up with putting arrows on either end of your line. Now, let me adjust the paper a little bit and the camera, because we've got 2 more problems to work. This first one says y equals 2. So it doesn't matter what the x is, y is always going to be 2. So I just put under the y table here, put 3 2's. And now I can just choose anything I want. So I'm going to choose 0, 1, and 2. So I go to my y equals 2, 1, 2, and x equals 0. Then x is going to be 1, and y is going to be 2 again. X equals 2, and y equals 2. Hey, that gave me a horizontal line. Cool. So, what kind of line do you think you're going to get with x equals a number? Well, let's see. We're going to use the same idea from here, except now it's going to be that x equals 5. Always, always, always. And it doesn't matter what the y values are. So 0, 1, and 2. So I go to x equals 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And y equals 0. So I put a dot on the x-axis. And then I go to, well, x equals 5 again. And now y equals 1. And then for the last point, x equals 5 again. And now y equals 2. And I've got, if you thought a vertical line, you were right. And since we've got two different lines on the same graph, we need to label them. This is y equals 2, and this is x equals 5. I want to tell you, make sure you understand this, because this is so huge. This is a big fat hairy deal, and it keeps coming back so many times it isn't even funny. So make sure you understand this.